the head coach, Mr. Eddie Robinson Jr., and we have joining us linebacker DeMarcus Cunningham and defensive player James Burgess. So we'll start with some opening remarks from Coach Robinson, and then we'll open it up to questions for all three. Coach Robinson?
Yeah, so we came down here, played in the Orange Blossom Classic. It was a great couple days. Unfortunately, the game didn't go our way at the end. My bad. Came down here, played in the Orange Blossom Classic. Of course, the things didn't go our way at the end, but I love the way my kids fought. We made some first game mistakes on special teams. Had a punt block. However, we did block a punt. Did have a return for a touchdown. So we thrive on special teams, defense, and offense, and so that's how we rank it. I thought my kids played hard the entire time, being down with the adversity of the weather, everything else. To cut it to a one-score game with 3 timeouts in a minute 40 seconds, that you put yourself in the position to win the football game. So these guys never quit, but definitely got to give a lot of credit to North Carolina Central. Coach Oliver talked the talk and walked the walk. So they were more physical than us. They ran the football when they wanted to, which is not good. So there's some things that we have to correct as a team. So we have to look at ourselves. I have to get better. Coaches have to get better. Players have to get better. So we know where we want to get to this season. Everything that we want to accomplish is still ahead of us. It's just really disappointing to start off with a loss when you work all of this time, all these months and months and months to get ready and you're preparing for a win. But we have a tough game next week, so we'll swallow this one. We'll wake up in the morning. This will be the beginning of a new day, and we'll get going again.
He's a very versatile running back, very agile, real patient, physical. So he was a great back, He gave us tough angles to tackle, but, it is what it is. He played hard. We played hard. He made better plays at sometimes. So that's how the game goes. We just got to regroup next week, come back, just lock in. And that's it.
And you guys, after you fell behind 21-0, really made up ground there. What changed for you defensively the rest of the game after that point?
Just all coming together, saying that we're not just going to lay down. We're not laying down to anyone. We're going to always come back and give a punch back. Just always got to regroup. Next play.
Next question.
Mark Stowe with the Miami Times. Question for DeMarcus and James. Just the ability, just experiencing this Orange Blossom Classic and having the opportunity to play in a Hard Rock Stadium, NFL venue. How did it feel today?
This was a great opportunity. I feel like, man, just coming down, like you said, playing in the Hard Rock Stadium, man, in the NFL stadium, it was great, like a great opportunity. I feel like we accepted the challenge, but we fell short, But things happen. We're going to regroup, like I said, and come back next week and fight harder. But it was a great opportunity playing in this stadium.
Like he said, it was a great experience for sure. We came short, but we back to the drawing boards. I see we have a fight, so if you got fight, we can correct all the small stuff. So we just got to go work on the little stuff, and we'll be back.
Dr. Tobias with Muck City Media. Anybody can talk about.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us was special teams. Special teams kind of got it back in it with A.J. Gates, very electric returner, him and Robert McMinn. So that kind of got it back into it. Then local guy, Keon Lewis, blocked the punt. And that kind of got us back into it, too. So special teams really helped us out. Of course, we had some great runs by quarterback Andrew Body, but we just fell short. Defense started playing good in the end, but we just couldn't get those key stops. So we didn't have enough 3-and-outs, and we pride ourselves on stopping the run, but they were more physical from that aspect. Running back did a great job, had over 100 yards. So you have to give them credit with the game plan that they had to stick with the run, and that's the biggest thing. If you can't stop the run, then it's hard to play football.
Thank you, Coach. Just this one's for Coach. After that pick six that they had, and to make it 21-0, and I think they had that in sportsmanlike conduct penalty. Did you notice that maybe after that moment there was sort of a fire lit under your team?
Well, I think with us, they in my opinion, I'm an old school linebacker. When the quarterback throws an interception, you knock the crap out of them, and that's what they did. I teach my guys the same thing. If you do it too much, you get a 15-yard penalty. That's what happened. So for us, when that does happen, then we know that every time it's a kickoff after a safety, we're looking at that as worst case scenario. We're going to get good field position. But if we do the right things, we can score. So it gave us an opportunity to get back in the game. So it's a fine line between being physical, getting a shot on the quarterback, or you can also hurt your team, and now the offense is you put them in a bad situation, and the return has to cover. And so we were able to take advantage of that and get back into the game, cut it to 21-7, and that kind of got us going. So we try to use all three phases to score. We expect to score on special teams. We expect to score on defense. I didn't get the turnovers that we needed, had a chance for a tip, but that's football. But playing physical football like that, that's what I like. That's what I like to see. So we just know as us, we got to just protect ourselves and be ready to play. But that's how you play the game.
Coach, was the plan for you guys to play both quarterbacks tonight? And once they both got in, how did you kind of determine when you were going to alternate them?
Yeah, so it was just more, well, to answer your first question, yes, the plan was to play both quarterbacks. So that was the package that we came in. Both of them have a different type of skill set, so you feel like it's harder for the defense to adjust. But at the same time, they can run the same plays. Jonah can still run, but of course not as good as Body. Body can still make throws just as good as Jonah. So from that standpoint, you're looking at both of those guys can make plays and move the ball down the field. So it's just a matter you get a feel for it as a play caller. And so that's how we kind of came into it. And so it wasn't really a set number of plays. It's just kind of feel, hey, what's the play and who you feel more comfortable with that play.
Anyone can answer this question, but it's more so on the outlook for the next 2 weeks. I know you guys haven't started conference play yet, but with this being a MEAC opponent, and normally you will face MEAC opponents in the Celebration Bowl, how do you feel this will preparing for before we start conference play?
Yeah, well, I feel for us right now we have Miles College on the clock, and they beat us last year. So that's our only intention. We're going to correct these mistakes tonight. We'll wake up in the morning saying this is the beginning of a new day, and then we'll turn it. That you got to turn the page, and they come on Saturday, so we're already a day short. So we know that we have a really good opponent that's going to come in here to our place expecting to win. So we have to win each day to give ourselves a chance to win on Saturday. So we're not worried about the SWAC conference. We're not worried about the Celebration Bowl. We're not worried about anything about Miles College, and that's how you have to take it day by day and person by person, game by game.